Hello, math students. Welcome back to Module 4, Expressions and Equations, and this is Lesson 18, and it is called One-Step Equations, Multiplication and Division. Our goal for today we will learn how to solve one-step equations using tape diagrams. Again, the question that I want you to think about in this one is, how are tape diagrams different when used with addition and subtraction compared to multiplication and division? So we learned about how to use tape diagrams with adding and subtracting, and now we're going to look at how to use them for multiplying and dividing. And basically, the biggest difference that I could see between adding and subtracting and multiplying and dividing is that you are trying to use the variables to represent the entire piece. And so if we look at it, we can see this when we're talking about our practice this, because the equation that we're trying to solve says 5 times the number is equal to 20. So again, we have a tape, and we know that its entire value is 20. And then this tape is broken into 5 equal parts, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, because that's what it says right there. And then you see that each one of the parts is x. And so you have to say to yourself, there are 5 x's, so what does the value of x have to be in order to get an answer of 20? And so what we like to recognize on this one is that a tape diagram, when you see it, everything that's inside of it has to be added together. So we can think about a number added to itself multiple times would give us 20, and the only number that we can think of that will do that, because we have 5 of them, is that x has to be 4. So if we think that x equals 4, that would be 4, 8, 12, 16, and 16 plus 4 is 20. And so we did find that x has to be equal to 4. Okay? Now, remember, this is other very important part about using tape diagrams when you're trying to solve one-step equations, is that the coefficient, and remember the coefficient, is that whole number, or it could be a fraction, but it's the number that is sitting next to the variable. So the coefficient tells you the number of variables that you have. That's why I knew I had to have 5 x's, because the coefficient told me that I had to have 5 x's. All right, so now you know how to look at it on a tape diagram, and now we would like to check our answer algebraically. So it says now check it algebraically, and basically we have the math sentence 5 times x equals 20. So again, what is your variable? Our variable is x. What is the operation that is happening between 5 and x? We are multiplying them, so we say to ourselves, what number times 5 equals 20? And then it says complete the inverse operations to solve for x. So what we have to do is we have to say, okay, if we divide both sides by 5, so we have this, we have 5x equals 20. We know that these two are being multiplied, so what number times 5 equals 20? Or we can do the opposite operation, inverse operation. 5 divided by 5 is 1. 20 divided by 5 is 4. So then I have, okay, x times 1 is x, and we just proved that it does equal 4 because we did the inverse operation. So there's a couple of different ways to do it. If you can mentally think about it, oh, well, 5 fourths makes 20, then that's easy. But when your problem gets a little bit trickier, doing this middle step right here where you complete the inverse operation to solve for x, that can come in handy and help us too. All right, so we did prove that x has to be 4 because 4 times 5 equals 20. Up here we did it with a tape because we had 5 4s added together that makes 20. And so now you're seeing multiple ways of solving if you're multiplying and dividing. So our goal for today, we will learn how to solve one-step equations using tape diagrams. We did that. How are the tape diagrams different when used with addition and subtraction compared to multiplying and dividing? Usually the biggest difference between adding and subtracting and multiplying and dividing is that when the tape is divided up in multiplying and dividing, the only value you see in there is x, and that's what you're solving for. The coefficient tells you how many x's you need, and then you just have to solve. All right? Okay, kiddos, that's all I have for you in this lesson. Talk to you soon. Bye.